My name is Marine Lance Corporal Michael Gonzales. In 2010, I was injured in Afghanistan after stepping on an IED. When the blast went off, I lost my left leg. I had several injuries to my right leg. I also lost the use of my left eye, among several other injuries. There were several things that led to me enlisting. As a child, I got to see the things that happened on 9/11. I always felt like I needed to, do something to help my country, and it also provided a better way of life. What I loved most was just being around other guys that, while things were challenging, you at least got to look to your left and right and say, he's going through it with me. June 12th, 2010 was the date that I was injured. We were in about a 3-day battle. We knew that there was IEDs there, and we had to tread carefully. I walked through a doorway and cleared the doorway, but upon stepping along the frame of that doorway is when the IED went off. I distinctly remember looking up at the sky, my guys running over to me. The sounds were all muffled, and I didn't feel like I needed to move, but I also couldn't move. Within an hour, they got me onto a Black Hawk. I looked over at the guys that were pulling me on, and I just asked them if I had everything. And he said, "No, you're fine." It's been difficult. Everyone's experience is different. Talking to different guys over the years, you swear they went someplace different or had a different experience, but for me it was a little bit longer and still is going on. I haven't been able to use a prosthetic at all, really, for more than an hour at a time due to skin issues and breakdown. In my case, there's some new technology that's been able to make things better, bring about a little bit of hope for my situation, which is Osseo-integration, and that's kind of more of a direct-to-bone fitment, where you don't have to rely so much on a prosthetic to go around the leg itself. It just goes direct to the bone. And I just completed the first part of the surgery, looking to be getting the second part here pretty soon. And it's a long process, but if all I can do is walk, I'll be happy. So now I'm living in southern Fort Worth. It's not a bad house. It's got some decent wooden flooring, but very narrow doorways. Getting in and out of the bathroom is difficult. I guess the biggest thing for me is the bathroom, I would say, and the cooking areas and whatnot. Being able to cook can be difficult with a limited space. So I first heard about Homes for Our Troops about 10 years. Another veteran who was having his house built, he was an advocate for Homes for Our Troops. That alone, people that makes you feel comfortable with it. For the guys that I've seen with those houses and going to their houses, it made things a lot easier for them. In this last year and a half after moving to Texas, I kind of felt the need to want to do something more permanent and long-term. Having my daughter get a little bit older, you start to realize that you kind of want a more stable and secure future for your kids. And that's what really kind of pushed me to go forward with it. Everything's been very well presented to us, and for an organization, in person, they've also been very transparent about things. That means a lot, for anybody that has been in the military, you really want to see beyond everything and find out where do we all stand, As much as there's nice features, I think just the overall safety of a home. You have a nice big open bathroom that you can go into. It changes the amount of time that it takes to get ready, get in, get out. That's a big thing. As well as the kitchen. That's the second most used place, basically. I like the garage and the way that it kind of goes along with the sidewalks, personally. And I like the flagpole. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. The materialist sense, it's just it's a thing. But what it does for a lot of guys like myself is it allows you to have a new point to start. Homes for Our Troops is doing something that matters. For donors and supporters, I would just say that it's more important than people realize. People have a chance to get so much closer to the place that they want to be in their life, and that may have been held behind by other things that were out of their control. And this gives you an element of that control that you can use for yourself and for your family to get you where you ultimately want to be in life.